Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Epokk and today we're going to talk about Monomi Park's second video game. We'll talk about what I was able to dig up, how I interpret it, and make some educated guesses. So let's get started. We don't know much, actually rather pretty close to nothing actually, but I wanted to make this video anyway. So Monomi Park, the team behind Slime Rancher, are making a second video game. Now this isn't astounding in any way, but they're not widely advertising it either, so I wouldn't blame you if you didn't know it. Now the only reason that I know is because I'm practically stalking everyone who works at Monomi Park, even the cleaning lady Dolores. So what do? I head to their website and I find anyone who works at Monomi Park and what they do. Next I start digging through their Twitter feed. By the way, are you feeling any you vibes yet? Quick side note, some people are way too active on social media. I mean, oh my god, so many tweets. And the result of my digging in Twitter archives? None of them even mention the new game, like ever. Well, except for one member of the team. So on December 9th, one of the co-founders of Monomi Park, Nick Popovich, mentioned the second game in a series of tweets. It's a hashtag game dev thread on prototype balancing and tuning. At first he talks about why there is no fall damage in Slime Rancher, but at a certain point he uses the prototype of the new game as an example. He states that one of the major systems in the game has 3 features that support it, of which one is conventional and the other one is fairly unique. But they can't keep both for some reason, so they use the unique feature but strengthen it with a conventional one. Now Nick Popovich stays very vague, never giving any details, but what I understand from it is that they're making a new video game with a major system that they have never used before. So whatever it is, you will never find it in Slime Rancher, but you can find it in other video games since there is a conventional way to support it. Now I will come back to this in a little bit later, okay? If you want to read the entire thing, just go check out Nick Popovich's Twitter on December 9th, 2019. Now, on the December 11th, Nick Popovich mentions the new game again. Everyone at Monomi Park is playing the prototype of a new game right now, and it's totally surreal to see. Just like in the previous tweets, it basically tells us that there is the working prototype. Now, I believe it's fair to assume that they have been focusing entirely on this game since the release of Victor's experimental update since June 2019. So a working prototype is not that crazy, though it will be undoubtedly buggy and short on content, but it's a good thing to start off with. And then on January 31st, Nick Popovich starts another Twitter thread. Now he tries to disguise this thread as a general question to fellow game developers, but I see it rather as a job listing. So let's analyze what he said. They are looking for a strong writer who will write dialogue and story for their games. Games as in plural. But this person will also work on general game design decisions. And so far I know there wasn't a specific member responsible for the story in Slime Rancher, but then again the story doesn't have that major impact on the gameplay experience. Not that you should write it off, but this tweet actually got me thinking, maybe I should take a look at all of their job listings. Now at this point of time they're actually looking for an art director, technical artist, an environmental artist, 2 game engineers and a Q&A lead, so that's quality assurance by the way. Now for some reason the writer I just mentioned a moment earlier is absent in this job listings, but in all honesty I barely am able to make any sense out of all these things these people are supposed to do. I mean, they need to be proficient with rigging and resolving in-game and 3D art pipeline issues. At one point I was wondering if they aren't digging for oil instead of making a new game. But what I did understand is that the technical artist is just a general open position. But the senior environment artist and the 2 gaming engineers are being specifically hired to work on an unannounced project. The second game. Now, the job listing also mentions that these 3 roles need to play Monomi Park's games and understand them intimately, but only the technical artist needs to have a deep understanding of Slime Rancher as a bonus qualification. So the engineers and environment artists need to know Slime Rancher, but they don't need to know it as well as a technical artist. So basically this means to me that the technical artist will be purely hired for Slime Rancher at the very start. Now, I'm gonna give you a very big warning right now. I'm gonna start with my educated guesses at this point, because these are my thoughts and my thoughts alone, no official information like I mentioned already. I believe that the hiring of this technical artist wouldn't be needed if they weren't intending to launch Slime Rancher Update 1.5, the Tour West expansion. Now the earliest mention I found of this technical artist opening listing That was after the update 1.4, so that is after June 2019. And they already have some technical artists. Now my idea is that this technical artist needs to replace one of the current artists that made Slime Rancher what it is now. So this person would replace Ian McConville or Dan Van Hart, giving one of them the chance to specifically work on the new game. And in the meantime, the new technical artist would be able to work on update 1.5. Now, since the two new game engineers and the environment artist don't fully need to understand Slime Rancher, I assume Monomi Park doesn't expect them to be able to remake Slime Rancher. Now, my guess would be rather that the new employees need to comprehend what made Slime Rancher so special and the values of Monomi Park. So if I follow that train of thought, I can't help but end up with the idea that they aren't making a sequel to Slime Rancher, but something brand new. Now remember the major new system that Nick Popovich mentioned in his tweets? Now you could argue it will be an additional system for a Slime Rancher, but if I take a look at these job listings, now I can't help but think that it is meant for an entire new game. By the way, before I did all this research, I asked Monomi Park through their favorite way of communication when they'll release any official information, but their absence of an answer... So let me summarize my predictions, and once again, these are my own predictions, nothing official. Update 1.5 will be coming out eventually, because otherwise they wouldn't still be needing that new technical artist with specific knowledge of Slime Rancher. We know for a fact that there is a working prototype of Monomi Park's new game, and the unannounced project will most likely not be a Slime Rancher sequel, since the new people that are going to be hired to work on it don't need to have a very deep understanding of Slime Rancher, but still need to comprehend it. And it will have at least one major system that is not in Slime Rancher at this time, but in addition it will be more narratively driven than Slime Rancher is, because otherwise they wouldn't need that new writer. Now what the new game will be about is unclear, but damn, I want to know more. Anyway, that's it for me. If you liked the video, be sure to click the thumbs up button, it will really help me out. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments down below, because I'm always curious after your opinion. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!